Welcome to Knicks Home Court with your host. My name is Greg Armstrong. This is episode number 59. The Knicks bust that ass tonight. Very, very, very good showing. As I said before, this kind of defensive effort, along with team offense and team defense, the way they're playing is sustainable. This is not what you're seeing from the Knicks the last couple of games is sustainable. This is effort. Effort is sustainable. What's not sustainable is super hot shooting or super lockdown defense. You can't do that all the time. But your effort can be consistent. And if you have consistent effort in defense and consistent effort on offense and consistently running plays and playing for one another, that makes a team overachieve. So that is sustainable. Okay, I just wanted to say that. And tonight, the Knicks added a new wrinkle. They were getting up and down the floor. It literally was a pleasure to watch them getting up and down the floor. They really was running. They really ran the Cavs off the floor. Let's be real. The Cavs did not expect that. Cavs got some issues. I'll get into that for a second. And by the way, didn't LeBron James seem lackadaisical tonight? Didn't he seem like he wasn't interested in this game? He had 16 points. And it wasn't like nobody was stopping him. He just wasn't aggressive. I don't know. It's just like, I know he's coasting a little bit. I mean, you gotta understand, man. He's been in the playoffs, in the finals all these years in a row. He's probably coasting a little bit. But he didn't look aggressive at all. He didn't look himself tonight. It didn't feel like I was watching the great LeBron James, and he is great. So anyway, just an observation I found to be peculiar, Another observation, Derrick Rose is still garbage. This motherfucker talking about, I feel so happy, I'm glad, every time players leave New York, they always want to talk that bullshit. Fuck out of here, Derrick Rose. You look like hot trash. You look like hot fucking shit. Your game stink right now, dog. Anyway, let's get to Tim Hardaway Jr. I love my Knicks fans, man. We fanatics because, I'm on the internet and I'm on Facebook and Twitter, and people are like, I told you he's worth that contract. I'm like, dude, he's having a great game. But it's one game. But I do think he's worth the contract, but I'm not going to say that off of one game. However, he's the type of player, he's a chucker. Let's be real. If he can become efficient, believe it or not, he could be a star in this league. So he scored over 30 points. He had 8 assists and 4 rebounds. Very rounded game. That's a complete game. If he can become that kind of complete player, not scoring 30 every night, but assists, moving the ball, scoring within the offense, man, we might have something here. I'm expecting a average to above average offensive, average to above average shooting guard. And you know what? We don't know. We might get more than that. But tonight he was unleashed. And that's how scorers do. When they get hot, and then he had the inside game going too, showing that I'm not just a shooter. I can do it all. I can score. And one thing about him, he can score on all 3 levels. And if you're unfamiliar, all 3 levels is the 3-point shot, the mid-range, and under the hoop, going to the hoop. He can score on all 3 levels. But it was a great game for him. It was great to see him scoring like that. And you know what I really like is that even though he was going off like that, you didn't see a look on his face like, oh my God. No, he was like, nah, I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm nice. And that's how you got to be. You can't act surprised that you scorching niggas. That's your game. That's how you play. You know what I'm saying? You can't be surprised that you scorching people. So Kristaps went for 30. We actually got a little vision of 2017-18 version of the big three. The big three, Kanter, Porzingis, and Hardaway. With Jarrett Jack manning the point, being the captain of the ship, playing for his teammates, hitting a shot every now and then when he needs to, getting nice. He really directed the offense. He keeps the team. You could see it just looks like the team is more confident when he's out there. He knows what he's doing. you know, and I really appreciate that. I really like that. I really like the way Jared Jack is playing. And I'm gonna tell you, the Knicks gonna have to make a decision when Noah comes back. I have a feeling that somebody's getting cut, and it might not be Jared Jack. It might be Sessions. It might be Sessions. Now I don't know if they're gonna cut him because I think he's under salary, so that means I think he got the mid-level exception. I'm not sure, but somebody gonna have to get cut or go to the D League. I don't know who it's gonna be. You know, could be Michael Beasley. Who knows? I told you, Michael Beasley. Well, you can't really cut him. You need him in case of injuries. But think about it. You got Lance Thomas. You got Doug McDermott. You got Courtney Lee. All playing, Tim Hardaway. Damian Dotson. You got a lot of wings. So, but the good thing about this guy, he played the 3 and the 4. So I don't know who's going to be the person that's going to get cut. You know, I don't see how Jared Jack can get cut. He's not even coming out the starting lineup anytime soon. So I don't see him getting cut. So we'll see. But it was a very good showing from the Knicks, wire to wire. Very good defensive effort, sustainable play. Cleveland made their run, as every good team will do. And the Knicks did what actually other good teams would do. We making our run right back. And there was a time where I saw Kristaps in the fourth quarter look like he was forcing a little bit, trying to be the guy. Listen, that's not what I want from him. He could be the guy, but not by forcing shots. That old way of playing is kind of outdated. And, you know, they call it hero ball. I hate that statement, but everybody knows that's what they call it. And hero ball, if you really want to think about it, it's not Kristaps shooting a lot in the end of the fourth quarter. It's taking the ball, literally not shooting out of a play, not out of team offense. Because Kristaps still can get his shots, but it should come in the concept of team offense in the fourth quarter when they need him to do it. It should not come in, give me the ball with 24 seconds on the clock, or 24 or 18 seconds on the clock, and I do a dribble move and a one-on-one move and score. You know, like Carmelo did. And I'm not blaming Carmelo. He comes from a little bit of a different era. And not only that, that's his specialty. But that's not good basketball. And if you see him on Oklahoma City, I bet that they're probably more running a play. Let him come off a screen. Let Kristaps come off a screen. Let them do some other screen on the other side of the court as a decoy and then hit him. But people don't understand, when you play hero ball and you dribble the ball and you get the 18 seconds and you fake it it really makes it easy to defend. It's easy to defend all the other players. Nobody's moving. Nobody's doing anything. So, but that's why I believe in, at the end of the game, or during the game, you always have to run your offense and trust your offense. Trust the guys that's on the court with you. Trust that you're going to get the ball back. Trust and believe in it, and the best teams do that. If you look at Golden State the last few years, I always use them because they're the barometer, right? If you look at Golden State the last few years, I've seen close games where you don't know who's going to get the shot. It might be Draymond for 3. It might be Clay for 3. It might be Steph for 3. It might be Durant for 3. That makes that team very, very dangerous offensively. When you have to guard all 5 guys, come on. But I was saying this too, right? I was thinking this. I was thinking that the Knicks may have the antidote to small ball. These small ball lineups. I don't know who spoke to Kristaps, but I remember his first year and even a little bit of his second year, he was up pump faking. And how you pump faking a guy that's 6'5"? Dude, you're almost a foot taller than him. No pump faking. Just go up. Make sure your feet are set. Go up, shoot over him. That's why I noticed a couple of times during the game, Kristaps going to live at the foul line. Because a lot of players was like bumping him, trying to bump him off his shot. Dwayne Wade be doing little dirty shit like that too. They're going to try to knock him down. There was a time he was running up the court. Tristan Thompson bumped into him and made him fall. These guys, that's what they're going to try to do. Because they cannot stop him. Because he's just too tall. And you get him in the post, he can just turn around, literally. Once he gets the ball over his head, what's your recourse? So they tried to guard him with, who was guarding him tonight? He killed Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson, 6'10", 6'9", 6'10". He's a legitimate power forward / center. Kevin Love killing him. So, and then not only that, when you go with the small lineups, right, and the Knicks run their offense, and Kristaps gets shots, and you're so worried about Kristaps, guess who gets the offensive rebound? My man Cantor. Or Kylo Quinn. We're destroying motherfuckers on the boards. Why? Because teams want to play small and shoot threes all day long. And again, I call it the Oklahoma City effect, because Oklahoma City had something when they had Cantor and Steven Adams, and when Durant was on the team, they was killing Golden State inside. It was just like, because this is what I want to tell people. The best shot in basketball is not the three-point shot. That's the second best shot, because it's 3 points, right? The best shot in basketball is the one closest to the rim. The one under the rim. That's the best shot in basketball. It's the highest percentage shot since the beginning of basketball. Not only that, there's a good chance you can get fouled there or get a rebound. So much good stuff happens from that point of origin, from that point. That's the best shot. So when you got a team that can shoot threes as well as score inside, it's going to be tough to stop that kind of team. When you have a guy like Cantor who's an ox, who you can't stop down there. I mean, think about it. You had LeBron, who's a big guy, but he's not Cantor. You had Tristan Thompson. You had Kevin Love. They could not stop this dude from getting those rebounds. When you got 7'3" and 6'11", come on. Then even the pick and roll, there was times that Cantor was killing them on that pick and roll. Yo, Jared Jack was running a sweet-ass pick and roll. He was running that shit perfectly. He was poised, taking his time. And I want Frank to learn from that. So everybody who wants Frank to start, no, not yet. He's not ready yet. He hasn't even had a game where you think he's ready to break out like that yet. No, Jared Jack is steering the ship. Now, there was a time in the fourth quarter when they was making their run, I was like, these are good minutes these are good minutes for Ntilikina, but eventually he took him out because you know what? It would have been a devastating loss if the Knicks had lost that game, and you don't want a young team to lose. And then there was times they would start walking the ball up the court, trying to run the timeout, and I was like, no, get back to what y'all was doing. Get the rebound, run them off the fucking court. You keep scoring, run them off the court. You pressure them with when you have a team down, when you have a 10-point, 8-point, 7-point lead in the fourth quarter, now, besides defense, the other pressure you apply is scoring. When you're scoring them 10 points, 12 points, 13 points, when you're scoring them like that, now they're going to start shooting threes. They're going to start rushing. It's very hard for a team to come back. And I love Kristaps with that dagger. That 3-point shot at the end was a dagger. I was like, that's game. Game time. So, impressive victory, sustainable effort. Again, if that effort continues, the Knicks will surprise some people this year. Because the brand of basketball they're playing, first of all, is a brand that every basketball loves to play. Every basketball player loves to play that brand of basketball they're playing. Getting up and down the floor, there's no basketball player that doesn't like to run. Open court basketball, that's like childhood. That's what you used to do. Running up and down the court, getting alley-oops, running. Yeah. Everybody runs. I saw a nice cross-court pass by Ntilikina. The guy, I forgot who he passed it to at the time, but the guy missed the shot, but it was a nice, and that's what I like. Push the ball. The ball is faster than the body. It's faster than the person. Always remember that. I mean, if you play basketball, they always told you, passing the ball is quicker than dribbling the ball. And the Knicks are getting that. Run up the court full speed and pass the ball up ahead. And they was running them off the court. The smaller team was getting run off the court. Then, Cleveland tried to go even smaller. Didn't work. And I'm going to tell you, I know the problem right now so far with Cleveland. First of all, I said it last year in the finals. I realized that Cleveland's offense is terrible. And in the finals last year, you know what it was? Even when they won. Now, the year they won, it worked. But for the most part, their offense last year was LeBron score, Kyrie score. LeBron score, Kyrie score. Oh, you want to double team Kyrie or LeBron? 3-point shot. That's what their offense was. It wasn't really any real plays. It was pick and roll. LeBron dive to the rim and pass out to somebody, for threes. That's their offense. But they don't have Kyrie anymore. Don't get me wrong. They're going to get, if Isaiah comes back, that's going to be great. But they don't have Kyrie now, so it's just LeBron to do that. And LeBron really didn't look interested tonight. He didn't look interested. He really didn't. It just was strange. But again, I don't see them running any plays. And they have no fucking defense. Cavaliers do not play defense. They just have talent, but they don't play defense. So anyway, that's just some observations that I see from Cleveland. I'm like, this is alarming. I mean, I'm glad the Knicks are winning, but they just don't look good at all. They don't look interested. And then they added players who don't really not known as defensive players. Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose. These guys don't play good. Dwayne Wade used to be a great defender. He's below average now. Derrick Rose never was a great defender, but now he's even worse. He just looked like hot trash last night. Set the trash on fire. That's Derrick Rose. We got Denver Nuggets tomorrow night. Let's see if they can have another sustained effort. You see the rotations are getting tighter. You didn't see Mike Beasley tonight. You didn't see Ramon Sessions again. The rotations are rounding out. You gotta give a coach chance to learn his personnel, especially being that there's a lot of new players on the team. Coach has to figure out, okay, who I'm playing. Don't get me wrong, it's an 82-game season, so you will see Damian Dotson eventually. He's going to get some time. Billy's going to get some time. When you have two young players like that and they're not getting any burn, that's okay. Because guess what? It's a long season. You have injuries, things like that. Those guys just need to stay engaged. People saying Frank Ntilikina should start by game 15. I'm not paying attention to that right now. He has to keep developing. But there was one play that shows just how long this guy's arms was. He did a 2K play. If any of y'all ever played 2K, especially back in the days, but even now a little bit, I used to run a pick and roll on 2K, and I used to try to make the pass because the defender's back used to be to you. You know how the defender's back is to you with the ball. So I would make the pass, and that defender always would turn and put up his hand and steal the ball. I'm like, how the fuck? He can't even see me making a pass. And you know what? Ntilikina actually did that tonight. Cleveland was trying to run a fast break. Ntilikina's running down, his back to the play. They threw the pass. He turned just in time and put them damn giraffe neck arms up and tipped the ball and got the steal. I said, oh, shit. He has a chance, folks, to be an elite defender. I am overstating this right now. Yes, I'm excited. I may be exaggerating slightly, but he has the tools. Okay, let me not exaggerate. Let me just say this. He has the tools to be an elite defender. And I'm talking about Gary Payton level. I'm talking about Kawhi Leonard level defender. He has the physical tools to become that. Will he? I don't know. And he's so smart defensively. He knows what to be. And you saw tonight, Cleveland was going at him quite a bit. So I just want to say something about Lonzo Ball real quick. People need to miss me with that bullshit talking about, oh, his father's making everybody play harder against him. That's bullshit. Rookies always get shitted on. This is the NBA. When you get to the big boy league, they want to shit on every single rookie they see. And they was trying to be super aggressive against him. Even LeBron ran through him. Oh, no, they don't play that shit. NBA players always go at rookies. It's a tradition. So I just wanted to say that real quick. But it was a good end-to-end victory. Thumbs up to Hornacek. You got to give him props. I think he's been coaching a lot better. Players. Also, too, I think also what we need to pay attention to is we had a shorter preseason. And a lot of veterans are getting into shape. You see Jared Jack getting into better shape, proving that he's healthy. Courtney Lee getting into game shape, Porzingis had a head start. But you see these players starting to round into shape. The first week is always rough in the NBA for all teams. That's why you see teams like Orlando 4-1. They out the gate really good. You know, because they're young, but is it sustainable? You got to understand the veterans are like a locomotive. They got to get it going. They got to get them legs and knees oiled. And then once they get it going, they start balling out. That's why the first 5, 6, 7 games, you just want to at least be 500 until you get your legs underneath you. So now you're starting to see, and you're going to see better play across the NBA as time goes on, because players are getting into better and better shape. You know, because during the season, they got to put down the weed and ball out. So anyway, what else? I think that's it, folks. A little small analysis. Like I said, I'm very excited. It was a very good win, and I look for things that they can carry over. I like the way they was breaking. I like the way they was hustling on D. Because when I'm watching the game, this is all I'm looking at. Of course, I want to win the game, but I'm looking at, are there shots coming in the flow of the offense? Are they defense? Are they hustling? Are they putting forth a sustained effort? Because at the end of the day, all the cliches are right. If you're working hard, just keep your head down and keep working hard. The results will take care of themselves. Don't worry about the results. Keep running the plays. Keep playing defense. Keep having effort. Keep outworking teams. Keep cancer on those boards. So teams can keep playing small. Knicks might have an antidote for that. Now, tomorrow, Denver's a big team. Denver got Jokic in the middle. You know. So trust me, having cancer down there banging with those guys is very important. It saves Kristaps. So anyway, you know, we got that's a tough matchup. Let's see what happens. Anyway, this has been episode number 59 of Knicks Home Court. I'm your host. My name is Greg Armstrong, and everybody have a good night. Peace.